Hello there. Welcome back to Brighton. We are going to continue our football manager journey, so to speak, and we're about to continue where we left off last time around. We did get some transfers done. The main thing we focused on, though, was getting basically the entirety of the staff switched out, which is basically what we did. But we have picked up a few talents there. Baco, Arno Martinez, and Alejandro Francis. We're probably just going to be reselling in the immediate future. We bought him for 5.5 million. So in reality, we only snatched two real talents. But we already have a bunch of talents to begin with. So the main thing that I focused on was straight up just replacing, for the most part, the coaching team. And right now it's looking fairly good. Now we are, of course, also going to be doing some changes to the coaching team for our under 18 team. They probably do need a little bit of help here, but we'll leave that for the future. The staff here for the under 18 is probably a little bit less skilled than we kind of want to have, but at the same time, we'll replace them as time goes. Also, there was some at least some of you that were interested in seeing this, so we're going to continue. And also, there was one of you who was particularly helpful and decided to go ahead and post a list with, I believe it was 60 plus names. It was Yashda. So what I'm going to do now is just sit down and give some scouts some orders, and we'll see if we find anyone within those 60 names that are in our game, of course, because not every single player is in the game, depending on what leagues you actually set as active. So we're going to sit down now. We're going to go through that list of names and we'll see what we figure out. We also have our first match here against United in just 5 days. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that plays out for us, if the strategy is anything good. But honestly, United might be a little bit too big of a hurdle for us, but it is a home game, so everything is still on the table. So with that, I'll get the scouting out of the way and we'll see where we stand. We might also consider trying to snatch a couple more talents if we have the opportunity. So we're just going ahead and given our scouts a lot more, well, work. And, well, they're going to have some real work ahead of them. Now, in terms of Archie Gray here, I've been informed that he's actually well, in line, if you will, to one of Leeds Legends. So we'll have to see if we actually snatch him or not, because right now he isn't interested. So we'll have to see what we can do next year, if we might be able to snatch him on a better contract. But I would honestly assume that his value is only gonna go up. So we'll have to see exactly if we can do anything about this, because currently he's not interested. We did try, so that puts us in a bit of a rough spot with him. Now, other players that are potentially, interesting to us here, it's kind of hard to, decide. There's some older players, there is some younger ones, but they are expensive. And when we already have some pretty good options, it makes it a little bit harder to choose. But we have a lot of players still under scouting. We still have 25 days left of the transfer window. So we don't really need to feel any sort of rush here, honestly. Am I expecting to receive a bid for Estupian here? Probably not. I don't know. Guess I'll respond and say neutral. Will just be very boring. Glusenkamp here has been given a work permit, and with that we can get our sports scientist here. Dude's maximized for that, so no real issue. And how much did I pay him? 1k? That's fine. So I think for the most part, as I said, the staff here has gone over a bit of a rejuvenation. We could have another performance analyst. We could have some more sports scientists. We also are going to be looking for 2 more scouts, because I always want to have maximum number of scouts. But generally, I think things are coming to the point here where we are getting kind of happy with the situation of our team. But yeah, we're definitely going to find 2 more scouts and potentially 2 more sports scientists. So I might as well just get that out of the way. So they've actually made finding coaches and generally staff a lot better now, because you can just go into here and you can actually highlight attributes for roles. So in this case, we want to find a scout. And he does tell us, the roles. We don't care much about adaptability. We care more about potential than current ability because we'll be, well, looking for talents. So we'll go in here, we'll edit this a little bit, and we'll turn the potential up to, say, 19, I think is good. And we'll see what we have available to us here. So there's some technical directors, some scouts. We've already approached this man, head of youth development. Sabatini here, would you actually be interested in being a scout? I kind of doubt that. Yeah, technical director, 9k. So you can always test your luck with these guys. But it's going to be probably a bit of a, not really working affair. So yeah. Well, it is possible to find someone like that. It's not extremely viable. So for the time being, we'll look for someone who prefers their job as a scout and work from there. Although potentially here, we could find someone else. So I'll go ahead and fill out those 2 places, but finding scouts, finding staff has been made a whole lot simpler, I feel, than last time I played. I think we've figured out what we want to do here. We've gotten a fairly decent here under 18 sports scientist too, which is going to be nice. We've gotten a very good sports scientist in this guy. And we've picked up a couple of scouts here, Mum 4, 16, 18, and 18 ability. It's not going to be bad. Nakas here, 15, 16, 17, can't complain. And we've also picked up a bit of a chief scout. I didn't actually realize we still needed this, but this should be decent enough for the man. Would maybe likes a little bit more people management, but I don't think it actually has an effect, if I remember correctly. But we have gone ahead and got what we were kind of hoping for, yeah. So we don't really have any sort of complaints. Apparently I have something I need to respond to here, and that was this guy who potentially could have become an under 18 coach, but honestly, even though he is 20 working with youngsters, I don't think it's going to be worth it. We need a little bit more stats from him, I think, because judging player ability, judging player potential, this guy could have made an amazing scout to some degree, but unfortunately he did not want the scout job, so we'll just go ahead and cancel that. Let's cancel that offer. And let's have a look in who they have injured. Apparently I'm not allowed to check. We'll have to live with that. We'll send him on an intensive language course. We'll do that with everyone, basically. I'm cagey with the media. Expect to see that a lot. And apparently, I assume they're trying to get one of our youngsters here, which honestly wouldn't be too bad. His talent isn't anything amazing, so if we could land him out, that wouldn't be a problem. Crystal Palace, brought forwards. Respond. Additional comments? What is this? Oh, I can make my own additional comments. I guess we'll be slightly positive to that. I don't think it's anything to do with it. Does having good relationship help? So yeah, I'm just going to be slightly positive. Scouting has finished. Would be a useful signing for the future for this guy. Potential ability is still high, but he currently has 0 interest. So I'm wondering if I want to send a different scout to scout him, because you can actually do that. I can assign a particular scout and ask for their opinion, so you can actually get someone who is better if you have, potentially worse scouts. I still don't know what my best scout is, honestly, in terms of staff, but we might get that set up, and we find whoever is our best, which one of our scouts is the best one in judging potential, and then we just send him to kind of deal with the problem. And Johnny Peters here wouldn't be a bad idea. He has 20 on that one. So just to be on the safe side with talents like this who have 2 silver stars, which I guess means that they have potential, uncertain potential. I'm actually unsure what that means. Should probably check that up. But we can't, send Johnny Peters here then to scout this man until full knowledge, and that should give us a better, overview of what we can expect. But probably wouldn't be the worst signing. But again, 16-year-old, really young. So at the current stage, wouldn't really be a point in picking it up. Now this guy's kind of interesting. He's already good for Premier League, but he is expensive, 30 to 36 and a half million. Get him on a loan, apparently, from Rennes. But yeah, I think for now we'll just leave him be, because again, we have some pretty decent cover on the wings. Well, not really the left wing, but it should be fine, honestly. The recruitment focus update. Let's see. We have the interesting one. This one, 13 recommendations, and the main recommendation is, of course, Archie Gray. We have Magno here, who could potentially be a really good target, because he is decently talented across the board, at least 4 stars. He's not too expensive. He is interested. I think we might go for just picking up, because again, he would be another kind of talent. But at that point, we are getting a little bit flooded. He is cheap currently, is the idea. So let's see if we bid 10.5 million, what they say. And before this, I'm gonna add percentage profit of next sale, and we're gonna remove and exclude. Percentage of next sale, remove and exclude. And I think that solves that issue. But I want to see if we can get him for a 10 million non-negotiable fee here immediately. Because that would actually be pretty good if we could. He is still young, 21 years old. So nothing too terrible there. We already have backs covered, so I don't think we can touch that. So in terms of this list, we would like to get Gray, but he has no interest in a transfer currently. He has high interest for a loan. So yeah, at the moment, we'll just leave things as they are. I might make some more recruitment focus later on, particularly in terms of South America. So, player suited to any position, honestly. Transfer and loan, and we want to get the current ability low, but at least 4 stars, and let's say maximum of 21 years old. Okay, I guess that is the wrong place. I guess I need to set a scouting coverage. Well, no, Lich, we don't have very good South American knowledge, I can see here. So let's see. Scouting responsibility. Could take control of this. But yeah, I'm a little bit unsure, because we do need... They're currently scouting world. Creating a focus. It doesn't seem like I can actually, Oh, there we go. Choose an area. I'm silly. So I could make what I was looking for. South America South. Okay, let's go and create that focus then, because I was just blind. There's going to be a lot of yelling from you guys who are probably a little bit better. Better in terms of this game, that I'm a bit silly. Probably going to be a lot of yelling about that. But now we'll leave it like this, and we're going to choose the area of being the region of South America. There we are. And we're going to just keep it as an ongoing priority, I think. I guess we'll just keep it as standard for now. And we aren't going to be too worried about the assigned scout, although if we have... I believe we have a Brazilian scout kind of coming in that we could probably assign. I don't know why I can't move this down. But for now, we'll put this focus in like so, and that should be all right. So with that, let's finally continue here and get closer to our first game. So I think for the time being, we're just going to be trying to get those staff members that I showed you signed, and we'll be getting ready for our first league game. So they rejected my first bid here. I probably shouldn't have bid 50 million, to be fair, but they have accepted a 50 million bid. So we're going to go ahead and start negotiations. I'm going to try and be a little bit rough here. Regular starter, 424-25, and then squad player, getting promoted, important player. I think that's fine, honestly. I did, again, probably paid a bit more here than we should have to, but the 10.5 million one, or our initial bid, just got ignored. I guess if I don't know if I bid 10 million blank, because I might have just, again, thrown 5 million into the dumpster here. But if I have, then so be it. So the silver here is apparently a very impatient negotiator, so that's going to make things a little bit interesting. But I think we'll try and argue down a little bit on the money here. Pay silver a little bit more. That should keep him happy. And getting these appearance fees and goal bonuses down a bit, I think. 45. We're going to get rid of this one. 30 games. 20 games. Okay, that one popped up a little bit too hard. And we'll give him a contract like this, or at least try. So let us see how he feels about this contract to start with. And not very happy. Try and get this down to 40k then. Probably end up paying a little bit more than I anticipated. 65 I'm fine with. 50k I'm fine with. So let's try this. See if we're getting closer. Yearly wage prices would help, but again, I don't like having that clause in there. But this seems to be okay, so we'll go ahead and go with this one. It should be a good option potentially here. So you can play both sides. That kind of leaves us with, I think, everything kind of covered. I hope. So we'll see how that works. I'm not too interested in that. Scouting finished, so putting a different scout up gave us another, you know, potential here. A full 4 stars. It's kind of same as Facundo here, who is on our team. So we might try and pick this man up once it gets a little bit older, honestly. So yeah, use more than one scout's opinion, if you will. For now, though, we are getting, again, very close to the game. We just have to click continue a few times. I feel like you're clicking that way more than you did before. That's just me, you know, remembering the rose-tinted glasses or whatever you say. But for now, I'm very interested in seeing how this first game is going to go. It could go absolutely horrible, let's be honest. But I think that is fine. Even if it does. So let us see how the first game of our Premier Division against United is going to go. Let's see here. So the board expectations, a draw. Hoping to see record signing João Pedro make his debut. How much did we sign him for? 30 million. The supporter expectation is also a draw. They hope that they have the same, which is as the board. That at least is good. And Sheffield Wednesday, I made an offer here for Marcus Ifil. And again, kid is probably not going to have a huge talent, huge, you know, potentially for us. They are offering 110k immediately with additional fees, 10 games, 2.4k, 14k. 40% of next you know, sale though is probably acceptable, so we're gonna go ahead and accept this offer for now. But yeah, the thing that I'm mostly interested in now is that first game, and if we can have a good game here. Enter the final. Van Hecke here will have a automatic 1-year extension should he appear in 15 league games. Okay, so we could potentially extend this man's contract by just fielding him in 15 league games, and then say potentially sell him next year if we need to. But that contract extension clause is pretty nice to see there. So we will probably take advantage of that. So fitness test not required. Condition is not great. Fired after this last match. Okay. That is bad. We might need to use him as a super sub then instead. I guess he got put into a under 21 game without me knowing, because I have been putting them at play 60 minutes until match fit. So I assume that is what they've done here, but we'll have a look at it. Mason Mount would be far less dangerous if you showed him to his weaker foot. Going hard but fair on Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford. Honestly, I agree with these things, but apparently I need to go through the guide here first. Suggest appropriate changes to lineup. And yeah, let's finish. I think we'll agree with this one. I don't think we'll do any out of these three. We'll keep attacking still on. I want to see how it plays out here. And I should put it on next match only instead of just all matches. But we'll have a look at the team. We'll probably be replacing some of these members if they're tired, etc. Putting in better ones. But for now, we'll have a look at where we're at. So here's my final chance to make changes. I think I've seen this one. For now, we'll have a quick pick here from the boss, if you will. And then we'll make a decision. So usually I am kind of cheesing it by not bringing in goalkeepers. We'll be using Verbruggen here mostly on probably games where we don't have too many, super talents. Now, we do have both of the back talents there, but again, they're not going to get a lot of going in this game. Marcher, he's already tired after his last game. Where is the super signing, Yao Pedra? He is going to need a fitness test. Advanced forward. So, since the board wants us to bring him, we'll put him in here instead. We probably should have bring March too, because, again, the talent there is bigger. Well, more important. But I think this should be fine. We don't really have much in terms of defense. If we need to switch out one of our backs, we don't have cover there. Well, we have decent amount of midfielders. So I think we're going to bring the back talent who is fit for now, Francis. He's going to be given a chance to come with. And we're going to be putting him in instead of... Who do we want to replace him with? Probably this guy. And that should be good. But Francis here might also get sold later on, but for now he is actually a pretty decent talent. So this is what we'll try. It's probably not going to be the most amazing thing ever, but it should get the job done, and that's kind of what I'm hoping for here. We have Estupinan, sorry, and Mitoma having good partnership. Partey here gets put on, of course, because, well, he is probably the best wing that we have, although he is borrowed from Barcelona. And Ferguson here, who is just 18 years old, is going to have a one hell of a job ahead of him here in this game. So, looking forward to seeing if we can actually make something out of this. Gilmore here, probably want to replace him with someone else. He's not a good fit for the current position. I don't know if we even have any good fits here for playing an anchor. So that might be actually what I should have been looking at to begin with. See if we could find a proper midfield anchor, so to speak. That might come back to haunt me. But I thought we had decent coverage. Apparently I was wrong. So... guess we put Gilmore back in there. Milner, are you better in that role? You are. So... we move things around. How is your stats? I think for this game it's better to get this man on, but definitely we need to probably look for a proper anchor. That's going to be actually important to have this year. So that is a bit of a problem here. I probably should have a little bit of a better look at what everyone's stats are like. But for now, because it's United and it's one of the bigger teams that we'll be facing this season, I think this is what we'll be going for. It's probably, as I said, not the best lineup that we have available to us, but it's the one that we're going to use here. And Pedro here, we're going to have to see what we do with, because honestly, we have a better talent in Ferguson. That's the thing. So we'll have to see who develops it best, because Ferguson is a better talent. He's not far off though. Welbeck too is potentially better, so there's a little bit of concern on my side, I'll honestly admit, but we'll go with this team. It could, you know, go very, very badly here, but it is the first game of the season. Let's see how it turns out. And apparently, Milner is just pleased to be picked. Lewis here has 5 other positive reactions. The man's happy. Mitoma is also fairly happy. Yeah, let's see if we can actually pull something out of the hat here. Let's go to the game, and hopefully this will not break my ears. Luckily it didn't, so that is good. Okay. Saka, Varane, Martinez, Shaw, Casemiro, Mount, Fernandez. Okay, I think we have some decent chances here. Dressing room. Okay, my last chance. I usually suck at this dressing room talk, so we'll see how I do. Assistant recommends. Do I want to pump fists, outstretched arms, hands on hips? Just go no gesture. I need to go through what these actually do in terms of the mental. But yeah, before we make full use of home advantage, let's go out there and get a result. And everyone is currently composed at least, so that is nice. I can actually speak directly to any of these guys if I see the need. And I can also speak one-on-one. So if I really wanted to here, I could really put some pressure onto Evan Ferguson. So that is good. Okay. Do we want to put some pressure on Ferguson here? Let's try it. Ah, he didn't care. Man's made of steel. So they're all composed. I guess that's the best we could really hope for here. Let's head to the tunnel. And let's go with the interviewer, I guess. How am I feeling today as I'm about to debut? A bit giddy, honestly. It's the first goal all important. It's nice to start well. It's always important to score a goal. I'll be neutral here, honestly. I think the momentum from first goal can be massive, but if you immediately get hit back, it can be far more demoralizing than going up one. Far worse for a team than just going up 1-0. So being cautious in both directions is kind of important in my opinion. Am I hopeful for performance? I'm going to be a little bit positive. So let us see what we can do here. Bruno Fernandes will be the key man. I don't doubt that. Let's head to kickoff. I think we're going to skip this. And the commentator as right, they really are giving me a full guide here. Keep a close eye on each player's performing. Just their instruction accordingly. Don't be afraid to make changes. I think they made this a lot easier what I've seen so far, which is going to be great. Changing up my tactics. Okay. I could go and shout. Detail analysis. Yeah, I think I got this covered, hopefully. We'll see. This, though, is something I probably want to kind of fix. So we'll go ahead and have a look here. Match speed during highlights, during text-only highlights. And I think we'll keep this extended for the first one. So this looks good. Okay. We're getting the first kind of an attack going here. Let's see how we perform. Damn, they gave him so much space, but he... Oh. That was a nice try. That's probably potentially a con there for Ferguson. I thought for a second he got sent off when this screen popped up. But so far, it seems like we're pressuring United far more than they're pressuring us. So we should definitely be happy about that. Come on, ref, give us the indirect free kick already. Oh. That's a very nice recovery. And it's an own goal. We're in the lead. Very, very good there by Webster. And Fati too for the follow-up. That was unfortunate for the United boys, let's put it like that. We might have to just break the budget here and sign Fati full time at this stage. Oh. Ah, we were offside. Veltman is getting a little bit tired. Milner's getting a little bit tired, but that's fine so far. Looks like Brentford is winning. Sheffield's winning. I do like that we're getting updates from other games too. That's really nice. And that you get them kind of live. Oh, United here on the attack. That was a little bit worrisome there for a second. But yeah, Weltman here is getting a little bit tired. We might actually have to replace him in a bit. Oh, let's pause. Fatty has taken a knock and is in game wants to come off. Looks like it could be a gashed lower leg. Yeah. Replace him with Welbeck wouldn't be a bad idea. But yeah, if he's taken, I'll sort. I guess that gives me the full tank screen. Please just finish that. So Fatty here has taken a bit of a knock, and he's injured, but he feels he can shake it off. So in theory, we could keep him going here. And he has been kind of instrumental for us doing anything, really. But I think we're just gonna not take any risks there, play a little bit safe. And I would like to have the... I would really like to have the full detailed stats here. That's not what I was looking for. I want to see how well they rank, because I'm not completely I'm not completely used to these guys yet, so I don't know who it would be the best one here. Welbeck was the recommended one, but at the same time, I think we want to kind of start working on talents, and this guy is probably a good choice to put in at this point, I'd say. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to be switching out Fati with him. And it's going to suck a little bit, but it's just how things are. So I think we'll confirm that choice. And we'll also have to keep an eye on Veltman. He's getting a little bit tired over there on the wing. So, the wing back position. But this should be fine. So let's go ahead and make that change. Let's see if Buonanotte, probably butchering that name again, what he can do here. And apparently halftime, 1-up, 6 versus 2 shots. I'd say we are doing really, really well so far. We've had possession, we have decent passing. 2 yellow cards for the United boys too. 11 fouls, so they're definitely being pressured. So this is something that we will definitely be happy with here. Let's head to the dressing room. And the fans turn up through thick and thin. Probably I would go with this was a very good first half performance, because it kind of was. Fatih here understands why he got taken off because of the injury. These fans turn up through thick and thin. Remember that as you go out there today. I feel like it's a little bit of rough. I think honestly, I'm struggling between these three, but I guess we'll try the assistant recommendation. And that had no real effect. They're all composed and calm. Seems calm coming onto the pitch, which is good. Kind of what we wanted to see. And we could probably tell him to, no pressure at this point. But he is already calm, so there's no real point in that. I think we're fine with just starting the second half here. We don't need to do anything massive. Oh, we're getting a little bit A little bit round played here. Could be that United has kind of reconfigured after that first bad half. Ooh. That was a tad close. Not gonna lie. Milner has also picked up a card. He's also getting a bit tired. The man here is struggling to meet the pace of the match. Could, of course, shout at him. But what I'm thinking is that we actually take Milner off. We are going to substitute him for... I don't know who would be a good choice here. Gilmore? It's either him or Lallana, so I think we're going to put in Billy Gilmore here. Although I'm also very tempted to start training one of the defenders into anchor duties. So 4 out of 5 substitutes. Yeah, I think as I said, we are going to substitute him off, just play a little bit safe, put Gilmore on. And after that, we might consider getting Veltman off here, give him a little bit of rest. But if we could get a full 3 points, so that too would be amazing. So we might just keep him on and focus a little bit more defensively. We'll have to see. Would like to see a little bit more pressure from Ferguson here, so they don't just walk the ball forwards like they kind of are right now. Rashford is basically through, and that could have been a horrible deflection. Yeah, United has definitely come back harder here in the second half, although the stats don't really reflect it. They've had the bigger opportunities. I was afraid Gilmer was going to immediately give them an opportunity there. Oh. Mount just shooting through, and that's dangerous. Yeah. That's a problem. That's them probably coming back at us then. Ah, is it? I don't think it was offside. We'll see. Oh. I was wrong. See what the line says then. Okay. The line has spoken. We've been saved. Ferguson hasn't done the best here right now. There are a lot of, players kind of struggling now in the second half. So I'm wondering if you want to put in Pedro here. Give him a little bit of time instead of maybe Mitoma. And I think that's what we're going to do. It's not going to be great, but people want to kind of see him. I'm wondering, though, how is he, estimated to perform in the position of attacking midfielder left? 3 stars, so he's not bad or anything. So we could of course put him in as a midfielder left, and I think that's what we're gonna do. Because again, bored fans want to see him. It might not be a ravaging first game for him, but I think it's fine enough to put him in, give him a little bit of work here. We are getting kind of pressured, and I think it's because we're giving away the ball a lot in that final third of the pitch. Steeler has been doing a good job though, but yeah, United has definitely been fighting back this half. Put pressure on him. The fact that they allowed him to walk in there makes me very worried. They are pushing really hard. Just send a long ball through there, please. There was so much space. Are we going to have a decent counter here? Ah. Was a nice attempt, at least. Yeah, well, I agree. Right now, we probably should just go full on defensive. Cautious, at least. Just try and buy time. We are getting closer till the end. Ignore that. And he misses, thankfully, heavens above. Estelle, what are you going to do? Oh. Honestly, at this point, I should just tell him to play for time. But I find that a little bit boring, so we'll just leave it as it is. Go on, send a flyer. Okay, not that kind of flyer. Oh, it's a little bit too much fly, a little bit less less hit than I wanted. Okay, 3 more minutes to hold out. Can we do it? Ooh, that is clutch, my guy. That is clutch. Now, can you hold it till the end? Nice block for the first one. Ooh, offside. Everton is leading over Nottingham. Let's take it off the field. 30 seconds to go. Very nice from Pedro there. Are we going to launch one final attack? Oh, never mind. That should be it over, though. Let's be honest. So we'll take that. 3 points. It's more than the board expected. It's more than our fans expected. It was an own goal. Ferguson didn't have the best showing. VAR did save us. But yeah, definitely a great performance from our goalie here, for sure. Let's go to the dressing room, and I'll just say that nice work, everyone. That was good, honestly. That was better than we expected. They did get to some chances here, but I don't want to be too rough. Let's get morale up and running early on. Looked extremely delighted, very happy. So yeah, that is good. Let us continue. There were a few hairy moments in the game, to say the least, but were I confident under those circumstances? Yeah. It's the place for madness most. There's also an element of luck. We'll say there's always an element of luck here. How pleased am I to get off the winning start? Always pleasing to win. Yeah, that is a very, very good. That's a very good start to the season. And Villa versus Sheffield 3-3. Brentford wins with 4. That's massive. City, just one up on Tottenham. Okay, so nothing too major happened, and the other places. I'm wondering how the report is going to be here on how we perform. And Bournemouth here did not have a good start to the season, so hopefully we can pick up another 3-pointer there. Okay, Gilmore close to 3-ring clause. If he plays 5 more games, we're gonna have to pick Chelsea through in the K. That's fine. But yeah, we'll take that. I just want to have a quick look here before we end today's on the board. And going forwards, we're probably going to be doing more summary type of the season to speed things along. But these first 2 episodes have basically just been me kind of getting back to the game, learning. And I am probably going to end up doing kind of what we have been doing in terms of other content, more summaries. And for the games, we'll be showing potentially just the goals, red cards, yellow cards, things like that, and more condensed in terms of how the seasons are going to go. Because I do 1-2 games every episode. It's going to take forever, and we do kind of want to nurture talent. So from this point forwards, of course, finals will show in its entirety, semis maybe, but I'll be focusing on kind of speeding up the progress of this series somewhat. So I think we've gotten what we wanted here, a decent start, and we'll take that with us and continue working. So thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed, and hope to see you around next time. If you liked it so far, please drop a like, and if you haven't subscribed, please do so, as it helps me out a ton. Bye bye.